See Daniel repping Newcastle and that with that sports director.
Oh shit, you love
Brucey.
Oh shit, listen, Bruce in. Hello people, it's your man Usmaan back again with another video, with another podcast. As always, we've got everyone back. The whole panel is here. We're going to be discussing basically the title of the video, which is, if I can remember, London is Claret and Blue. That's the title. I wonder who chose that. I wonder who chose that title. But we've got obviously a lot of fans from the London vicinity, London clubs, should I say. But obviously, hopefully, get your thoughts in, get your comments in, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, 30 of 1K. Already said to Ty, obviously, I've already got 28 fake accounts. So we only need 2 of you to subscribe to get to the milestone. But nonetheless, let me introduce our guests. First and foremost, we got the very famous duo, Xavi and Iniesta, 3 in midfield. What we saying, boys?
Yeah, Iniesta here. I'm good, man. How you doing, bro?
Iniesta here. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So yeah, we're loving it.
You love to see Jerry straight in there with shout out to the 3-point collectors. You love to see it. Yo, yes, bro. What you saying, man? Get your comments in. Get your thoughts in. I'm just gonna tell you now. This one's gonna be a good show because we've been going back and forth on the WhatsApp group. So I was like, listen, I'm not even gonna say my opinion on here. I'm saving it because we got a podcast in an hour. But listen, the man below me, eyes on the ball. We got a homie, Chelsea, repping Chelsea. Big game on the weekend for us as well, actually. Daniel, what are you saying, brother?
I'm good still. I'm good, doing well. Happy to. We're going to be out June 21st, so get me. Going to get to meet some of these great YouTube people.
Yes.
Finally.
Oh, God, you love to see it. And obviously, below Kojo, we got the Harvey kids repping Spurs. As always, Gareth Bale is back. I'm not sure if he wants to share that bought him for his birthday in October. Man's still not collected it. But I don't know, he might want it after this fantastic performance from him. Kish, what are you saying, bro?
If that one of the crossbar went in, then I'd come down today. Do you know what I mean? Well, obviously, yeah. I'll still collect it. Don't worry. Once we can meet up.
You love to see it. Honest to God, that would have been an unbelievable strike. But it didn't go in because you lost. Anyways, moving on to the man that runs London at the moment, the J-Links party. Oh God, the band is back together. You love to see it. We got the homie. Lawless, what you say, bro?
Yes, obviously feeling very good today. Feeling very good up here in 4th position, loving life. So, yeah, I'm ready. I was enjoying the back and forth in the WhatsApp group now. I've saved that energy up for the show. It's going to be good.
Listen, I think we all need to be honest, but especially Lawless. But anyways,
I'll do my own.
Oh, man, that's why it's so neat. But anyways, let's get into West Ham against Spurs 2-1. It finished, honest to God, it was a good game of football, to be fair. I actually really enjoyed it. But Cody, we'll come to you first and foremost to get your neutral thoughts. What you say? What did you take away from that game?
There's a resilience about West Ham that is really impressive these days. I mean, when Spurs equalised, you can forgive anyone because considering the history of that game, how it's always crazy, you always have entertaining games. You can forgive the fans watching for thinking that Spurs will come back into the game and win it. Spurs create some chances to hit the post twice, but you have to get that kind of luck sometimes in games. West Ham deserved the 3 points. I'm not going to lie to you, I've changed my stance a little bit. You know how I was talking more about the players being bad at Tottenham more than it being a managerial issue at this point. Mourinho's not helping himself, and I have to go into him a lot more now. Because I didn't agree with his approach yet again. But more than anything, I think West Ham should be. This is a big confidence booster to come away from this game. You went Spurs, you're 3-0 down, made it 3-3. To come to this game, be 2-1 winners, and for it to be not in question as to who deserved the 3 points, I think is very good for West Ham. The fact that they're looking comfortable right now, they're one of the best performing teams in the league right now. Whether they maintain it or not, it doesn't matter. At this point, they're not going to finish in a very low position, and that's that's very important. So well done, West Ham, and shout out my boy who's banging goals, catching up to certain number 9s. Just while I throw that in there quickly.
What?
I'm
No,
not.
but honestly, shout out.
I'm not hearing any United fan who's saying they're on the Jesse Lingard wave right now.
Bro,
But ever since everyone knows I've been doing this. Everyone knows I've been doing this. So
We got receipts. You can go.
Fair enough.
that's my guy. But no, he's found form. He's found the right place to play his football, and he's doing well. And West Ham are where exactly they deserve to be. So shout out West Ham.
Harris has come for you, Kale, already.
Wow.
No, love lost there. To be fair, Coach, you actually made a very good point in terms of, well, something I kind of want to touch upon was the squads. Because this is something that I have seen banded about on social media constantly, Kale. So I'm going to come to you first and foremost, right? I'm hearing this, a lot of people saying you can't blame Joseph for that game. Coach said he wasn't happy with the approach. Where do you think the blame is at the moment for Spurs? Because they're on a shocking run of form. Does Jose deserve some of the criticism, or do you agree with a lot of the Spurs fan base saying it's the players making individual mistakes? Jose is not culpable for, Dyer, XYZ, making basic mistakes. What are your thoughts?
are there Spurs fans saying that? I feel that they're unified in their hate for Jose. You think it's the squad rather than Jose?
Just let me talk in it afterwards. And, I'll let you say your piece in it.
I mean, it's a bit of both. I mean, you can't knock the fact that their defense is probably one of the worst maybe the worst in the Premier League. Eric Dyer, I mean, during that run of form, everybody's like, Jose, he's bringing out the best in Eric Dyer. Let us enjoy. And then we said, well, wait, it's going to come up and catch him. And then boom, they come up to catch him. Davison Sanchez, I think, that last game, he should not be in the teams. And that's down to Jose at the end of the day, because he got embarrassed there. And I don't think he recovered from that, to be honest with you.
Man got dropped, on the floor.
Flat on his face. That's probably the worst thing that could happen to a football player. To fall flat on your face. Like, come on now. Midfield, they don't exactly have any creativity. And Ndombele, everybody claims he's this mercurial, offensive player, but he just seems stuck in a rut. He's right in the middle, not doing much. The only saving grace is Harry Kane and Son, but we all know that they might not stay there for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, Kish, I'm gonna let Daniel have his say, because I know Daniel's pro Jose as well, because obviously that Chelsea alliance and all that. Daniel, what are your thoughts? Do you think Jose needs to take more criticism? Because I'm sure you've seen, you know a lot of Spurs fans as well. A lot of Spurs, I'm talking about the last 3 games in particular. The Spurs fans that I know, especially on social media, it's not Jose's fault. It's individual mistakes. You can't blame Jose for this defense, X, Y, and Z. Where do you sit on the whole situation? Do you think the squad is massively underachieving, or do you empathize with Jose in the sense that, the squad isn't that great?
My point on this year, and I had a conversation with Tobes about it, and I told him, this Tottenham situation this Jose situation isn't the game against West Ham. It isn't the game against.
Wait, hold on, no.
They're boying it.
You just called him Endom Beyblade. I'm out. I need a breather.
He's their third best player though, so I don't like Ndombele slander. I
don't personally agree with
quality.
It. That's just me. I think it's quality as well.
But what I'm saying is, I told
shown
him
it recently, though, has he?
Fair enough.
Yeah, he just runs in the park, man. He's starting to do it, man.
Fam, the problem at Tottenham isn't to do with today. It wasn't against Chelsea. It's not even going back against Liverpool when they lost that game. It goes to when Poch had his press conference and he said, this team isn't good enough. This team needs a massive overhaul. So even before Mourinho came in, Poch had already identified that this isn't a squad good enough to compete anymore. I've actually squeezed all the juice I can out of this squad. What Daniel Levy then saw that as was an opportunity to, let me bring in a manager who is considered better for 2 years, because Mourinho's time span is normally 2 to 3 years.
Daniel, got a question for you, bro.
Who does Harris support?
I'm not gonna tell you because I know what's gonna happen. Now he's supposed to be Man United.
Man United. Anyway.
He was hoping for an Arsenal or something.
No. In all seriousness, like Daniel Levy saw it as an opportunity. Let me squeeze the last bit of juice I can from this. Get a manager who can win and possibly win a trophy to appease the fans, and then we can reassess. But if they don't win that trophy, because they're sacrificing league form now for this so-called trophy, they're not winning that League Cup. And I don't know if they're winning a trophy next year if they keep Mourinho on. The problem is, of course, the players aren't the greatest. However, Mourinho needs to take responsibility in that he needs to provide his players with a system that gets the best out of them. Like I saw some people saying, some Tottenham fans trying to argue that West Ham have a better squad than them. I know you don't have great players, but come on, man, let's be serious now.
Yeah, no.
Let's not take.
That's what I saw.
Let's not take the piss, because let's look at it from a manager perspective. And I'm pro Mourinho, but he's not beyond criticism. And let's look at what Moyes has done with West Ham, and look at what Mourinho done with Tottenham. Moyes has arguably raised the game of Soufal, Souček, Antonio. These guys are playing way better, and that's down to coaching. At the end of the day, you got to make a lot of players better. And how many players? I'd say he's kept Harry Kane at an elite level. He's maybe increased the level of Son a bit, but apart from Ndombele's performed a lot better under him. Aurier, maybe you can give him that. But apart from that, look at all the signings. Doherty, terrible player. You look at Vinicius. I mean, the striker. Carlos Vinicius or whatever. He doesn't even trust him. You look at Højbjerg, but even these days Højbjerg isn't even playing well. Maybe that's due to a bad system. So at the end of the day, it's just a Tottenham failing. Last point is the Bell thing. I just hate the way Tottenham fans are speaking about Bell as if he's some 21-year-old prospect. He was brought in for instant impact. Someone, when he got his match fitness back, he was brought in to come in instantly and provide quality to a Don't forget, people were saying Bell, Son and Kane was up there in the world at the beginning of the season in terms of front threes.
Kane said it himself. So.
Do you know what I'm saying? So Bell, I don't care about this Bell's back because he hit the bar. Like Bell's been terrible. They need to. He's not going to renew that loan at the end of the season, and that's what it comes down to. It's poor, man. Poor.
Right.
All round.
Right. There's a lot to unpack there. Obviously, I'm going to pass it to the guys who were involved with the game. Because I've got a feeling it's going to be contrasting opinions on this one. Look, first and foremost, I want to put this comment up by Benji. When they were at the top of the table, or near the top, they were gassing the squad. He's not trying to hear it. But yeah, Keith, we'll pass it to you, bro. What are your thoughts?
Couple of things to be fair. I agree with Daniel with a part of it. I mean, he wanted the season. He wanted to get Skriniar, Diaz, or Bruno Fernandes last season. Instead of Bruno Fernandes, we made Lo Celso's loan permanent in January of last year because Levy saw buying Lo Celso for 27 million instead of Bruno for 60 million was cheaper, so he went for him. This season, he didn't want to pay an extra 10, 15 million for Skriniar, ended up getting Joe Rogan for 10 mil. So that kind of tells you that, there's no way in hell that Mourinho's got Rogan as his big man.
Do you know how funny that is?
Do you know
Joe
what I mean?
Rodden and Skriniar.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You can't tell me that was Mourinho's number one signing. Daniel Levy just said, have a young Welsh prospect that will keep Ben Davies and Bale happy at the golf course. You know what I mean? So that's basically what happened. But where I don't have sympathy for him is his selection. You know that the likes of Sanchez and Dyer as a centre-half partnership is literally non-league. Like, so why keep playing them? You know that as a centre-half pairing, that's going to be a downfall. So why continue and play that pairing? That's the manager's choice to do that. Also, people were saying at the beginning of the season when we were top of the league, we play boring football, but we're winning games. So why is it all of a sudden that he then all of a sudden decided, because of the fans and everything, he has changed it a bit? Because recently we've been playing a lot more attacking football. Hence, we have been losing games. But if you look at the stats and everything around that game against West Ham, we didn't really deserve to lose that game because we created enough chances to at least get a draw. I'm not saying deserve to win, but to get a draw. So he's got to think to himself, what is he going to live and die by his method of play, or is he not? Because the way footballers work now, you can't just put Gareth Bale and Dele Alli on the bench and reserves, but then all of a sudden bring them in and say, "Tell you what, Dele Alli, I've not played you all season, but I need you now, so why don't you play?" It's not like back in the day where you could put players in the cold like he did to Joe Cole, which was publicised, where he basically treated Joe Cole like shit, but Joe Cole really appreciated it and it turned him into a better player. You can't do that with the likes of Dele Alli or Gareth Bale, who are not prospects. They're top tier players on paper. You can't do that, and I think that's his downfall. Having said that, I know Daniel said that it's not just the Liverpool game. I genuinely think it is a Liverpool game because from that game onwards, our back four pairing has never been the same. Sadio Mane that day gave Aurier an absolute run for the whole game.
Yeah, but Aurier's not.
He had an argument. I think he had an argument with Aurier and took him off. Since then, we've not had the same back four for the entire season. I get Dyer's being a big issue, but if you're going to live and die by Dyer and Alderweireld at the back, which at the beginning of the season against Man United, Man City and Chelsea worked successfully, then why change that then? Why? Because it doesn't matter how poor our defense is. You know it is. As a centre-half pairing, if you change it week in, week out, how are you going to know the back four? How are you going to be able to play around? He's now got to a stage at Tottenham where he doesn't know who to play. 1 week he plays Bergwijn, the next week he plays Lucas Moura. 1 week he plays Sissoko at right back. Then the next week he puts Ben Davies or Aurier there. You can't keep changing the actual spine of the team. And I get Lloris as being poor, but imagine him knowing every weekend that he doesn't know who's going to play at centre half.
Oh, Lloris has been shocking. I'm not even getting.
He has been shocking, but I'm just saying, as a goalkeeper,
bro, come on, this guy's an international.
No. Don't get me wrong,
bro, still.
No, he's been poor. But what I'm saying is, if your team, say Man United, I know defensively you guys have been struggling, but if you change your centre half pairing week in, week out,
he's not changing. I don't think he's changing as much as he's saying. I really don't. I think he's changing the Sanchez for Alderweireld. I don't think that has been the one constant, which is even baffling.
But that's what I mean. Even though Dyer's been poor of late, and I know he's cost us points, but in general, at the beginning of the season when it was him and Alderweireld, no one was arguing. If anything, people were saying how improved Dyer is at centre half, and this is his position. No one was saying anything at the beginning of the season. Then he makes a couple of errors, and then his confidence goes down. It gets worse and worse and worse. Now all of a sudden, it's like, get this guy out of my club. But surely, if you keep moving players around, if I played you in a game for 90 minutes, but then the next game I didn't play you for 3 games and then start you again, how are you as a player then going to be like,
it's
poor, you know what I mean?
It's poor man management, obviously, which is Jones' specialty. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Cheers.
Listen, I want to get Lawless in because obviously we're 17 minutes in the video. The guys haven't been able to celebrate his victory. Lawless, listen, as the title of the video suggests. Is London Claret and Blue, Lawless? What are your thoughts?
Listen. I know a lot of these. Look at Cahill's face. Look at Daniel's face. Yeah, I don't want to hear about the past. Yeah, you want to live in the past. I'm living in the here and now. I don't care what you did way back when. Yeah, yes. Back when I had hair. Yeah, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about now and right now. Look at that table. London, it's Claret and Blue right now. I don't care about 1989, 2001, all of this nonsense, yeah? This is 2021.
You sound like
London
a Villa fan. What? You sound like a Villa fan.
What does a Villa fan? Yeah? Villa fans are even... Oh, because of the Claret and Blue. Nah, Claret and Blue is ours. You look at the...
Dan,
they shouldn't be rocking the Claret and Blue.
Do you know what's crazy, yeah? I want the same energy over the next 6 weeks. Have you seen West Ham's running?
Yeah.
But look at this.
You wish you stayed in that
We
position.
had a worst running at the start of the season.
No, but this one's
running.
bad. This one's worse. You're not
Really?
getting. I'm telling you, your next game is Man City. Then you play. Let me have a look. Let me even have a look quickly.
Imagine they beat Man City.
If they beat Man City, then I'll start scratching.
What's happening? They'll beat Man City.
If they beat Man City, I'll start scratching my head. I will start scratching.
I want you to come and say London Claret and Blue. I want you all to say it.
Yo,
we got flipping. We've got Leicester. I know we've got Leicester. We've got Arsenal.
I've got it.
Arsenal, Chelsea,
I tell
United.
you what, Lawless, yeah. I
I've
tell
got
you,
it.
if you beat Man City, yeah, you will get a public apology from me.
I'll buy a West Ham top. I'll buy a West Ham top.
You will get a public
I'll never
apology.
go that far.
Pin it.
I no, but which games of them are you saying that are the games that we ain't gonna win? What games? Tell me, Daniel. Tell me what games.
I'll tell you what games you're not winning. You're not beating West Ham.
I'm beating West Ham.
You're not beating Man City. Yeah, first of all. I don't think you're gonna beat United.
That's not the fixtures. I've got them in front of me.
Yeah, it's City, Leeds, then United.
Yeah, okay, you went that United, Leeds United. They're gonna beat Leeds.
Yeah.
But
you're talking about?
I'm talking about Manchester United.
There's more than one United out here as a United.
Okay. It's because they got balls back to back. So we got Man City, Leeds.
So Man United and Man City. Okay.
Between Arsenal and Wolves, you're dropping points in either one of those games.
No, because they're such dominating teams this season.
Trust me.
I'm not saying
maybe Wolves.
I'm saying trust me.
No, I'm not saying it can't happen, but you can't look to those games and go like, "Oh, West Ham are screwed, man."
No, Dan. But
come on.
There's no
if you want to look at it on paper,
Dan, that means you could say that the only game on the fixture list on the calendar that is surefire then is Liverpool and Man City. That means we can't predict any games because of course
you can't really, can you?
Yeah, no, of course you can't because managers even say it.
But what is it about Arsenal and Wolves that you're so like worried about?
It's just because the way things work here. Think about it like this: when we
slapped Wolves 4-0, by the way.
No, one sec. When I predicted Leicester to drop out,
then you got battered by Fulham and got a draw. So do you know what I mean? Same thing, innit?
Listen, hey, don't you be talking about Fulham. You're talking about Fulham. It's Fulham in them, man.
I knew that was
Nah, man. Look. Hey, Moyes deserves credit, and I've said it, man. He's been quality. Like we all thought. A lot of guys thought he'd get stacked first. Do you know what I'm saying? So he deserves major credit. He's turned them into a very efficient side as well, and that's what I like the most about the West Ham.
Daniel just stealing Lawless's limelight, man. I just realised.
Oh, sorry. Do you know what it is? We have the same name, so we share the same thoughts.
Yeah, true. But let's get back to the major topic, Lawless. You're the best team in London. J-Link scoring again. Obviously, we had that debate in the chat. I'm gonna pull it to you first. You know what I'm going to ask you. Are the fans making a difference to your upturn in form? What are your thoughts? This
was the thing, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, now this is the thing, right, about the whole fans. And my issue is it's only being talked about in relation to West Ham. Like, we're the only team that seem to have benefited no fans being in the stadium. We're only fourth because there's no fans in the stadium. And I just think that's complete nonsense. Like, because at the same time, and this is what I'm saying, Man United, a team that obviously had a complete toxic atmosphere in the past, have had protests in the stadium, banners out, all of this sort of stuff, right? And now, granted, you finished third last season, but you look at social media, the way everyone's been even more Ollie out. Look at some of the meltdowns there's been on social media and after games. Yeah. Imagine how that might have carried into the season, derailed it. But I'm not sitting there trying to say that Man United are only second because of there's no fans. I'm looking at what you're doing on the football pitch, right? Same way, look at like Arsenal, right? No one's saying Arsenal only won the FA Cup because there were no fans there at the time. Because you look at before lockdown, they was, in a real bad way. It was on a bad trajectory. Things weren't going too well. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, because of lockdown, Arsenal won the FA Cup. You look at the football, Arteta chose the right tactics, and that, Chelsea obviously had some injuries and all of that going on. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you can say that, you can look at any team, right? And what I'm saying is, you could maybe look at some games, think maybe if they were fans, maybe the atmosphere might have changed it one way or the other, yeah? But at the same time, there's other games. You know what I mean? So other games we might have lost because of the fans might have tipped it one way. Other games we might have won. It evens itself out. Absolutely. No one's talking about VAR, right? And saying, all right, let's sit and look at all of these stats. And if VAR wasn't like here,
Liverpool
this
fans,
team would.
They're probably got.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, VAR is here, so you can't sit here either and say, well, Man United are only here because of VAR, or this team's only here because of VAR. VAR's here, like that's the game. And there's no fans. That's the game we're playing. Like, and I feel like, look at the football reasons. Look at the players that we have signed. Look at the coaching. That tells you why we are where we are. All of the people that say that we wouldn't be where we are with the fans there, I'd be very interested to see where they think we
we've got
would
one
be.
here for you. Kish, go on. He's intrigued. Give him his answer, mate.
I don't say I completely disagree, but I completely disagree. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I mean, just looking back at West Ham's track record of positions they've ended up in the last like 6 years, there's only one time they finished inside the top 10. And all I'm saying is the last time that they finished inside the top 10 was 7th under Bilic, and that was the last season at the Boleyn Stadium, right? So the way I see it is, yeah, fair enough. You've lost the odd game and then you bounce back, which is to your credit, to your players' credit. But you are the best example of this. Every time you lose a game, you always post a tweet or you mention saying, why does the manager not deserve criticism for this one-off loss? Because I think he does deserve it and the players need to be criticised justifiably. But it only takes that one game where you think Moyes is the issue, where say that game against Fulham that you draw or hypothetically, or if you lose against a lower-end team that you think you should deservedly beat, Moyes gets criticised. That criticism then goes on to the next fixture. And then if you lose that, then it's another game where Moyes gets criticised. And what your fans tend to do is then go for the board to say, this is why this has not happened. Beginning of the season, when you tried to go for Tarkowski and didn't get him because of the money issue or whatever, or when you sold Haller, which is a perfect example, and you went mental over the fact that Haller was sold and you didn't sign a striker. Imagine at that point in time, you being at the stadium and results don't go your way, and you're going straight to the board. Your fans are going straight to the board saying you've literally got 20 million for Haller and you've not signed Josh Maja, who you said that you wanted to get on loan, and you've got no striker, and the only guy you've got is crooked legs Antonio, who's probably going to break his legs every couple of weeks. So what I'm trying to say is that with the fans not being there, the players don't have that pressure anymore. I've only got one kind of person to say Wilshere was terrible for you guys. But the one thing that he mentioned in an interview, again, it could be biased, so don't put it as a relevant source, but the way he said is that at West Ham, if the results ever turned against them, within a couple of games, the fans would go absolutely mental. And
I've got to read this out.
Go on.
Shout out to the whole big one. West Ham were winning when Moyes was sick with COVID. Should he not go to the matches?
yeah, exactly.
Look, do you not get my point at all?
No, but this is the thing you're saying, right? Criticizing players, managers, that's part of football. Everyone does it. When I say, why can't we criticize the manager? I'm not sitting here trying to say, let's get him out because he got it wrong today. You go back to that season that you referenced, and we finished 10th. We finished 10th under Pellegrini and 7th under Bilic, right? You look at that season we had Bilic, right? Fans were going crazy because he kept putting Antonio at right back. He kept playing him at right back. Fans didn't want him at right back. Now, no one's sitting there and saying, well, the fans, you know what I mean, creating an unrest and that derailed our season. Payet, anytime you play Payet on the wing, fans were wanting him in the middle. So there was criticism of the manager, but it's not a sense of, okay, that criticism has caused us to lose a game. Same way this season, like if he doesn't play Benrahma, there's going to be moaning before the game, and if we lose, there's going to be moaning after the game. But there's never a situation where fans are going so hard and wanting the manager to be sacked during the game. Now, I've been there, you know what I mean, last season when it weren't going so bad, before lockdown, and where there was chants about the board. Them anti-board chants mostly come at the end of the games, and they mostly come away from home, right? There's never a situation where the whole of the stadium is just booing against the board. It's never like that. Every time the game starts, fans are up for it. Do you know what I mean? Some games, others are not. Like games like you mentioned should be winning. Every team, and Cahill will know it, Kojo will know it, you all know it. Because when you go to the game, and if you're playing like a Norwich or something and you're not playing well, fans get restless. And maybe if you go to half time 1-0, 2-0 down, there's going to be some booing going on at half time. And it was like that at Upton Park. It was been like that as long as I've been going there. That's part of football. Like football ain't changed. And yeah, we've had some times where it's been mental. That Burnley game was mental. And that is a time where when the pitch invasion started to happen and all the other circus happened, that affected us. We lost badly because of the fan unrest that day. I can say that game in isolation because of how it went. The fact the players' heads were completely gone. But when there's a few little songs here and there near the end of the game, you destroyed our fucking club or whatever, I don't think you can sit here and say that would be going on every game and that would derail our whole season. Because once you see, you know what I mean, we're signing good players at the same time. Yeah, okay, we're not getting this player. But once we start to see encouraging performances, it only takes one good performance to start to turn the fans around and focus on the football. When you see Souček being a good player, you see Antonio sort of banging in goals, Soufal. Like that's what I'm saying. There are games where we would have pushed the fans on. We might have pushed for that winner at your ground because those away fans would have been. As soon as that third goal goes in, mate, the whole momentum is with us. And the same yesterday. The stadium would have been rocking yesterday. You might not have even been allowed to get that little period where you started to get back in the game.
No, but I think, I want to be quick though. The thing I think that was a bit of miscommunication in the chat, or maybe I got it wrong with what I was reading, is that I'm saying it's less so about West Ham. West Ham obviously may come into it as a case study for it, whether or not and like you rightly pointed out, the fans could have a positive effect, the fans can have a negative effect depending on the situation. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what you need to understand is football is a stage. The pitch is a stage. Like an actor who performs on a stage in front of thousands, millions of people, football is a stage as well. And some people rise to that pressure. And when there are no fans booing you, no fans on your neck, no fans saying ole when you when you misplace a pass, like the pressure is gone when there's no fans there. Some players their level of performance may rise. And I definitely think when fans come back on a regular basis next season, we are going to see certain players who are playing excellently well. We're going to see a dip in form, and that's just natural because some players aren't able to raise their level when the pressure is on them. And that's literally my point in terms of let's forget West Ham a bit, because I think it was too West Ham centric. It's not just about West Ham.
That's how it is in the media. That's how the whole media have targeted it. Like, no, 100%. So 100%. I can see why Kish is focusing it on that, because that's where the whole narrative has been about.
I feel like it's obviously I'll get Coach and Kieran as well. I feel like because this West Ham season is seen as an anomaly. Obviously, the season's not over yet. As Kish, you kind of alluded to, the highest they've been in 7 with Bilic, and then you've kind of gone, oh, okay, so why are they 4th? It must be because the X, Y, and Z factor isn't playing a part, which is normally playing a part, and they've never really exceeded their sort of expectations. So normally when the fans are in the stadium, they're only the highest they've got is 7th. Now there's no fans, they're 4th.
But you look at it, that season we finished 10th. The season we finished 10th, we was only a few points off of Europe. The season where Pellegrini got sacked, we was playing really well. We was on fire. Yeah, we just beaten you guys. I think we just beat Man United. Fabianski gets injured. We bring in Roberto, and it derails our whole season completely. So you look at the trajectory from when Pellegrini come in, even if it don't work out, some of these players didn't work out. We was on the up. Roberto's whole thing completely derails our season. We sack Pellegrini. We bring Moyes back, and performances start to improve. Just before the lockdown, we went away. We did lose against Liverpool, but we went in that game deserving to win. We was on really good form before the lockdown. Lockdown comes, we come back, and we pick up that form. So it's not like we was relegation. Bang, we're 4th. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you actually look from season to season, game to game, we was improving from what was going on before.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Look, I'm going to pass it to Kojo. I do think there is a case here, because look, I think Arteta personally would have been sacked if they are fans. I'm just throwing that out there now. After that run, when they how many games did they lose? 7 on the bounce, something stupid, like 7 in 9. He would have got sacked. There's no way that there wasn't. And you guys literally got flying a plane when Wenger was getting involved. I'm sure 7.
It was 2 planes. There was planes fighting over the plane, chasing each other. It was like a dogfight over the ground.
It was Warzone. Play a part 100%. Coach, we pass it to you. You've heard what the guys are saying. What are your thoughts? Where do you sit on the matter?
I'm with Dan. Lawless Dan. No, it's look, I know I've been even reading the comments more than anything, and there's a question about where West Ham be if there were fans.
Yeah, I was going to ask that to you guys.
You could never know. Has been able to answer.
This is what I don't like about the if buts and the maybes. The fact is, they are where they are on merit. That's as simple as it gets for me. So I understand where Kish is coming from and all that, but look, West Ham are performing to a level where they've got to the point where it's like you are where you deserve to be. There's no false position about it. They're getting the points. They're beating the teams around them, or were around them, because Tottenham are not around them anymore. They're getting the points. They're doing their job. They're doing their job and they're doing it well. And the players are playing to a fantastic level. And the thing about West Ham fans, being a local boy myself, is the passion that they bring onto a pitch is incredible. The one thing they didn't want to do is lose that when they moved from from Upton Park,
Yeah,
because smaller stadium, closer to the pitch, atmosphere is when it's rocking in there, it's rocking hard. But I feel like they can still bring that in their current stadium. They never lose their passion. Their fans are passionate. More than anything, the players love that about them. I don't think there's ever been a West Ham player. I could be wrong. There could be one or two, but in general, in the history of them, they are adored by the players. The players love the West Ham fans. So look, they are where they deserve to be. And I would go as far to say if they had fans in the stadium, even if they weren't fourth, for me they'd probably be sixth. Which either way they're still up there. I don't think there would have been much of a difference, to be honest. They've just been fantastic.
Fair enough. Okay, listen, I'm going to ask you, obviously, also referring to your own team as well. Do you think fans make that much of a difference? You've seen it, speaking from your own perspective with Arsenal, when things aren't going well, how toxic it can be. Do you think the fans would have made that much of a difference with your season as well as obviously West Ham, etc.?
I think it's easy for everybody to point out the fact that whenever there is an anomaly, that if there isn't an X factor or a factor here, that must be the reason why this is happening. So, because I'm pretty sure there are a whole bunch of Liverpool fans saying if fans were in the stadiums, we wouldn't be losing 7-2 to Villa or going on this home losing streak. So it's you can only it's if buts and maybes, to be honest with you. So we can never really know until fans get back into the stadium and then we'll see what goes on. But then again, it's like the common argument from everybody, I would say, is for 80 minutes fans are silent, because I've been to the Emirates. The Emirates gets quiet. I'm pretty sure
OT is as well. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure OT is quiet. What's the what I'm looking for? The thing people used to knock Liverpool fans for is like for 80 minutes they'd be quiet. Then once it hits the 83rd, 84th, that's then when they start singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." So it all comes down to whether or not the team is playing well. If the team's playing well, then it's going to be fine. Which West Ham are. So I don't think it would play any major part in the current form. I think a whole bunch of teams, if you look at their trajectory of previous season, you can see that this was going to happen, especially with Arsenal, especially with Tottenham. I'd say with Chelsea to a degree. Liverpool might be just might have surprised a few, but then again, we all know that they've been running in ragged for 3 years, so this was eventually going to happen. So, if buts and maybes, man.
Yeah, 100%. But listen, let's stay with you, KL, because speaking of fans, Arsenal was celebrating that 1-0 loss against Man City, that they won the Champions League.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously, it's progress, isn't it? 1-0 over 4-0, it's progress. I know you're not one of them fans, so I'm not going to put on you. But, what are your thoughts, with Arsenal at the moment? Because, you're still 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing's happening at the moment, really.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting tired of talking about this team, which is not great for a podcast, but it is what it is. I'm tired of talking about how bad Arsenal are, because we just are. I mean, Arteta isn't going to save us. He's not going to do anything. I just don't have any faith in him. It's all about trust the process. Every time it's trust the process after defeat, and then when we win, it's like, oh look, the process. It's like, no,
a special one.
show me the plan on the pitch for me to get excited, and then I might back you, and then I might see your vision. But I just can't see it. Any that's rude, unnecessary. But to be specific on the game, I think City were more disrespectful in scoring the goal early and just chilling for the rest of the game. I would have rather we get battered 4-5-0, which was a possibility, by the way, but they just didn't have the shooting boots on, than to see us do absolutely nothing to them. And then City be like, all right then. All right. If you're not going to do anything, we don't give a shit. Because that's what it was. They just didn't give a shit. They mocked us. They just absolutely mocked us for 90 minutes.
Equivalent to holding your head and you guys swinging and you can't reach.
That is exactly what that is. Exactly what that is. It was embarrassing. I think Saka and Tierney could probably be the ones that can only hold their heads high in that game. But that's Yeah, I don't even
You
know.
know what? I think it was
about
Pep telling like his players to calm it down for Arteta, innit? Like as a bit of a charity thing.
But bro, isn't that
Take it easy. Do you know what I mean? Take it easy on my boy. Do you know what I mean?
No, Bunda. You know what Pep's all about. This one was, hey, Kevin De Bruyne, he's coming from injury. Get your 60 minutes, we'll take you off. No reason. It has nothing to do with Arteta because he does this all the time. I said it on. Was it on here? I said it where he shakes his head and he's like, "Oh, he's a wonderful man and a wonderful coach." And he lies. He lies. He likes to gas up opponents because he knows he's going to finish them. It's light work. Arsenal concede in the first maximum 15 minutes against City every single time. Maximum. Without fail. It's going to happen.
Sterling missed that 1-1, didn't he? I don't know what he was doing.
And they already won up by then as well. It's like at this point, if you're smart, you might as well go to the bookies every time Arsenal vs City comes on because you know what's going to happen in the first 15 minutes of the game. They're going to score. It's easy. It's very easy. So they got their goal. Look, they got Champions League coming up. Are they gonna fly?
When he was talking, he don't realize he's muted. I think he was gonna say something. All right.
Oh no, no, they're doing Champions League. This is another game where they're gonna get 3 points. There's no point going gung ho and slapping balls.
Arsenal party harder than mid-table finish, you know.
Wow.
Hey, I've got a question for you though. Do you think the Aubameyang criticism is justified? Because fair enough, he didn't turn up for that game, but no one did. Do you know what I mean? Bar probably Saka.
It's one of those things that it seems like that's the way Ozil was treated as well. It's like, yes, he didn't turn up. Yes, he may not have defended well, but who defends well? Or who turned up? I feel like you can criticize him because his form has been shocking recently.
And he's the captain. He should lead by example, isn't it?
Captain means nothing at Arsenal, man.
Is he past his peak?
Of course he is.
Is he though? I don't know.
Past his peak.
I don't know what.
Last season.
You have to remember his peak started quite a while ago. You know, his peak started at Dortmund. He peaked at Dortmund, came to Arsenal, had his 2, 3.
So is he declining at Arsenal? What you're saying? You're putting him on the list.
No, but obviously he went. Yeah. The problem I have with Aubameyang, and I'm gonna even be harsher, is because I gave him the solidified world class, one of the best strikers in the world after dragging Arsenal to that FA Cup. I gave it to him. And the reason why I'm going to be harsh on him is because I expected now to see at least one season again where he blew me away in terms of at least if Arsenal are not playing well, he's banging in goals for them. And it's like basically like Tottenham. It's an Arsenal problem rather than a Kane or an Aubameyang problem.
Isn't he that
thing?
He's not Lacazette. It must be Lacazette, though.
I think
Lacazette or Saka, one of the other.
If he is, it's because of that hat trick.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I feel like yes, the criticism is justified to a degree because we're not creating chances, and he's a player that thrives off of chances.
He's not
just
don't create any.
We play our position. He's wasted on the left.
Benfica. That open goal, Benfica.
I didn't watch that match, but it is what it is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know. No, but you made me fun there.
About what? Okay, there's a point in here. I'm going to put it to you. Obviously, I want to get noticed as well. Sport, big Ron Sport. As soon as he signed the contract, form's complete dip, and then he's bought Alexis Sanchez syndrome. It's a proper medical condition.
That's joke. Maybe.
What are your thoughts on that? Because obviously it happened with Sanchez, Ozil to an extent. In fact, Sanchez didn't get a contract, did he really?
No,
it definitely happened with Ozil by the looks of it. Do you think it's a similar situation, or what do you reckon?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like he has a bit more pride than that, to be honest. But
yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't know. Knowledge, what do you reckon? It seems that obviously Kiel's not sure, which is fair enough.
Yeah. It's an anomaly, isn't it? Really, I mean, could be a lot of the tactics as well with Arteta being like such a he's been a more defensive minded manager, and the way he's set them up, it's not been to create chances and things like that. You know, we've seen a lot of games where just the stats are just make for really bad reading because when you're an Aubameyang, like that Arsenal team. I would be interested as well to see like how many goals he scored under each manager as well, and it's just no surprise that it's probably is Arteta has got to be the lowest out of them. Like even if you include when he came in, like because he scored quite a few goals under Arteta when he came in, but he was on that trajectory anyway. He'd already been just carrying on where he was under Emery, and now we've got to see when Arteta's got a pre-season with him. He's got some players in that he wanted to get in. He's got his tactics now and decided how he wants to go, and that's just not been to the benefit of Aubameyang. So yeah, I think it could be the manager. I mean, obviously Aubameyang has to take some credit because he has missed some horrendous chances this season, some really bad ones. So I think it's a mixture of him and the manager. Yeah, there was that one. He's missed a few. What was that one? It was a really bad one in the league. A few games ago.
He did score that game twice, didn't he?
The thing is, though, since Smith Rowe and Odegaard have been in the team, he's actually scored quite a few goals. Do you know what I mean? It was before there was any creativity in that midfield where he didn't score.
I mean, I think it's only 4. I mean, with Odegaard, he scored
6, 7.
But the hat trick against Leeds, which I just say is you can excuse that because Leeds will give you so many. McTominay almost scored a hat trick against Leeds,
and it's in one game.
And then I forgot in the game where he, I think it was at the Emirates where he cuts in and then crossed against Fulham. Was it Fulham?
Yeah,
at the Emirates. Yeah, it was against someone anyway, and then he scores there. Those are the last goals he scored, like since earlier on in the season, since the penalties that he scored this season.
Yeah.
So like. The Aubameyang, look, it's deserved. He has 8 goals from being a contender for the Golden Boot to being within first season coming from abroad syndrome. That type of striker, it's not good enough, especially for a player that we've set high standards for. Look, we criticize Liverpool so much about what they're doing, but Salah's still getting his goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham aren't playing well, but Kane's still getting his goals.
But Mane's not.
But that's why I don't put Mane in that category because Mane was rushed into the world class category. I said this all the time.
I actually think he's better than Salah. I'm not gonna lie.
I disagree with that, but that's each to their own.
Salah is their talisman the same way Aubameyang is Arsenal's.
Exactly, and when you look at the talisman of most clubs, like Bruno for United now, these guys, regardless of what the team is doing, they get their stuff. He's not getting his stuff done right now.
But then once again, saying that last year, weren't Arsenal playing horrendously as well? But he was getting the goals, and he was the reason that we got
exactly.
We finished so highly. I mean, you can do that one season, but to demand that he does it to second season, I don't know. It's sometimes you just need to help him.
No, but shall I tell you why I disagree with that? On top of that, fam. You've not played Champions League football since you signed for the club, so you can make the argument you've never really been playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's been getting his stuff done.
Come on. In fact, 20 plus goals in that dead Arsenal team.
No, Arsenal haven't been playing well, not him. Sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying
he's never played in the Champions League.
He's never played in a good Arsenal side. Or tell me the Arsenal side that was good that he played in, because I'm struggling to think of the Arsenal side that was good, like playing free flowing football. Maybe the
team under Wenger. I mean, he finished fifth, but they were playing vastly more offensive.
And I thought that was only 6 months as well because he signed in January.
Yeah, that was That's true. Just expect more, man.
To go on to Arteta, I mean, he sets up pragmatically not to lose the game, and he ends up losing 1-0. So it's what it is, man.
It is pointless. But look, at the end of the day, you only lost 1-0, so it's progress. You know,
relax, man. Stop it. Those fans are just.
Listen, we have to quickly talk about Man City because we'll keep it short because no one likes it. But 18 wins on the bounce. 18. I'm just gonna say this first and foremost, right? And I don't want to make this about Man United, but there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, Man United is second." Well, the team in first have won 18 in a row, so there's no shame in us being second. I'm just sorry to say that straight away. But Cole, come on, Man City, man. What Pep has done there, fair play to him. I was doubting him when they was going through that spell. I thought the man's done out here. I'm not gonna lie, I've said all that stuff, but he's turned it around, and in emphatic fashion, man. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes. Ever since they lost to Tottenham, they found a way to stop being counter-attacked so easily, and they've been colossal.
We triggered them.
Yeah, essentially, you pissed them off enough to say, okay, you know what, sign is stop here, and they've been great ever since. They made the right signings. The signings made sense this summer. was logical, and now they're starting to come to the fore. They are going forward without a striker because obviously Aguero's still injured and Gabriel Jesus is Gabriel Jesus. So
he's shocking, man. Can I just throw that out there? He's not. I don't use the word shocking, but Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus is not shocking. No, that's not fair.
He's not shocking, but he's nowhere.
That finish at the end of the Arsenal match where it went sky high, that bro.
That was shocking.
But when he came on though, he played well. I'm not even having it.
He's not good enough.
I'm not having it.
He's not good enough.
He's a good player.
That's not true. That's not true.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a good second choice striker. Why not?
He's not good enough for Man City, man.
He's the best Brazilian striker in the league. Facts.
No, he's not.
He's the best Brazilian striker in the world. That doesn't mean anything, no, does it?
He's not the best Brazilian striker.
He is. He's better than Firmino and Richarlison.
No, he's not.
He is.
I love he's better than Richarlison.
Richarlison is deceiving all of you, man. He's had a terrible season as well.
Well,
no,
he's had a terrible season, but I don't care. He scored against Liverpool.
Well, but at least we know the positions. We're not creating box to box strikers for other people. But anyway, back to Man.
Where's
no, they deserve,
man.
They deserve to be where they are. They perform fantastically. Listen, this is what it's all about. If you suffer a loss, you need to find the reason why you lost and why you keep losing that way. And they found the cure for it, and they're popping. And they're gonna win the league, innit? So,
Kish, since your Yaya Toure statement, Gundogan's gone a bit quiet.
Hey, we're here.
We didn't even play him.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm actually joking.
4 bangers whilst he's at home chilling, watching the game. Like, what the fuck?
He's got to do mortgage.
Nah, I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
He's going to do mortgage. But listen, to be honest, Kish, we are going to finish on something you say every single week on the chart. The top 4 race is close. You say it all the time. I know every time I speak to you, the top 4 race is close. So, you know what? I thought, let's just finish on the top 4 race. So, I've got a table in front of me if you want me to jog your memories. But I just want to ask from you guys.
Jog their memories.
So we got Man City first, Man United in second, Leicester in third, and we got West Ham in fourth, currently as it stands. So, listen, obviously, we're probably going to clip this at some point. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Kish, do you reckon top 4? Who's finishing in top 4 for you, mate? Close, what do you reckon?
What, in the order? Or?
No, you don't have to do order, but who do you think? Because you've got Man United, Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea,
it's going to be City.
Tottenham fan, coach. Stop singing that song.
Yeah. City, Man United, Leicester, and Chelsea.
Pretty bubbles in.
Why do you even know the whole song? What is wrong with you?
He's local.
Oh, is he a local?
Yeah, he's local.
Makes sense.
He's the one blowing the bubbles.
Makes sense.
Kish, what do you reckon?
City, United, Leicester, and Chelsea.
City, United, Leicester, and Chelsea. So West Ham, Chelsea swapping. Right, okay, Daniel, coming to you. What do you reckon?
City, United, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
So Man City, West Ham United, yeah. I heard United. So
Manchester United, City, Manchester United. So Man City, Manchester United, Leicester City. No, sorry. What am I saying?
You said Chelsea, Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm bugging. Sorry. Manchester City, Manchester United, Leicester City, and Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough.
Didn't you just say Liverpool?
You said Liverpool.
No, I made a mistake because I saw Leicester there and I was thinking, oh yeah, Leicester are there.
So Liverpool aren't going to get top 4 for you.
Yeah, I'll just say that, but I won't be surprised if they do. But yeah.
What?
No. They won't.
Okay, there we go. So you and Kitchen both got no Liverpool. Kojo, will come to you. What do you reckon?
City, Manchester United, West Ham United.
West Ham aren't finishing in the top 4.
They're not.
Listen. I'm a As long as Lingard is there, I'm gonna blow those bubbles.
If you're talking about trust, you can clip this. West Ham United are not.
Hey, Daniel, listen, as long as Jesse Lingard is there, we are blowing bubbles and having bubble baths, everything. That's as far as we go with, bro.
But let him say what he's going to say because we're clipping it. What you said, Daniel?
I'm telling you now, West Ham United are not finishing the top 4, and everyone putting them in the top 4 is only doing it because they're playing well and they're doing okay. Look, they're not finishing in the top 4.
Ain't that how you get in the top 4? And playing well and doing okay.
And this is what I said. By next week, he won't be in the top 4. Probably.
Yeah. But this week you ain't in the top 4, so maybe next week you'll be in the top 4.
No, it's calm. You can throw the shots, man. 2 points.
Next week maybe we won't, but the next week after.
Wait, Daniel, who's overtaking them?
So overtaking West Ham?
Yeah.
Chelsea.
I need to know, why are you so hyped over Tuchel, right?
I'm not hyped. I'm not hyped over Tuchel. No. It's not about the Tuchel thing. It's actually not.
So why do you think you're getting top 4 then?
Because we always get top 4. When we had Lampard, I said Leicester won't finish in the top 4. Pretty much. Come brought stats. What? This is the first time you're finishing in the top 10 in like 6-7 years. So it's like,
no, it's not.
Oh yeah, and my fourth. You okay?
Yes, I triggered him.
That was the back of his mind saying, "Oh shit, he's right."
My fourth team is Leicester.
What? Are you joking?
Oh man, not put Chelsea.
No, if you don't put Chelsea there, I know you're joking because you genuinely believe Chelsea will finish.
Oh no, I'll tell you what I'm saying. Okay, what do you reckon?
Man blue, man red. Who else? London FC, I think it is.
Who's that?
That's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea.
Okay.
It's Chelsea.
No, West London Blue. West London Blue.
I apologize. And Merseyside Blue.
Wow.
Everton.
I know they're close, you know. They are close, you know.
They are close. It's only
I said it from the start. I think they're gonna get top 4. So I got to back.
Yeah, you did actually.
I heard that. Yeah, you did.
5 points off with the game in hand, so obviously we'll have to see.
Boy, so Leicester, they're gonna make up 9 points on Leicester.
No, to be fair, they don't have to catch Leicester. They just need to get 4th in it.
Yeah, but Leicester weren't in his top 4.
It all depends.
Oh yeah, Cahill. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, actually, how many points last season were Leicester clear of Man United?
14,
It was only
14.
Everton lost to Fulham the other day, so like I think one win against the dead Liverpool team. I don't. Think
And the reason I was more confident. The reason I was more confident as well with the Leicester one last year was lockdown. No one had played in a while. You're relying on literally quality. Like these guys are playing every single week. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Maybe.
Daniel, I just want to ask you something quickly because you said that you'll be on top of West Ham this weekend. So they got City,
yeah.
but you got us. Are you smacking us?
He said they're gonna beat us.
I didn't say we're smacking you, but I think we'll beat.
No, I'm asking. Are you gonna beat us? Basically?
I think we'll beat you. Yeah.
Where's this confidence come from? You could even beat Southampton.
It's not confidence. It's not confidence.
9-0. 9-0. Just gonna say that right now. 9-0.
Oh yeah, we beat them 9-0. Shit. It's not for everyone, is it, Conjo? It's not for everyone.
No. Just a Leicester, top 4 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, Lawless, that's getting
Lawless says it like West Ham beat Southampton as well.
You 6-1 and we're 9th. So that's just how it is, isn't it?
No, but I'm just
Wait. We're going back to them days, bro. That's 2020. We're in 2021 now, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, Cahill, hurry up. Say you beat us 3-0. Quickly, so we can. Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, no, I just don't get why you're going into that. Like
it's not confidence. It's like if someone asked me,
we're not going to be in the top 4. You have to win
That is
But you have to
confidence.
win. But yeah, so you're confident. You're good. Where's the confidence?
We can lose next week, Dan, and we will still finish above West Ham. I'm telling you that for free.
How is that possible? That's not possible.
I'm saying at the end of the season, at the end of the season.
You said next week we will not be in the top 4. So for us to
You
not
did say
be in
that.
the top 4,
Oh yeah. And I'm giving my take that I believe you'll lose or drop points to Man City, and we will beat Manchester United. That's what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and you can come and abandon me. But I'm just giving you what I believe.
If West Ham beats City and we beat Chelsea, it's going to be a very problematic.
I'm gonna do a moose. I'm gonna do a moose. See you later.
Oh shit! No, there's easy top 4. I'll tell you, man, because I've actually got.
This is so hard, right? Because you're talking to the pessimistic West Ham fan that I am, but
The honest
you might not have noticed it today. But the things that have been flying around out here today, I cannot say anything else than what I'm gonna say now, right? I was gonna say Man City number 1.
Yeah.
Man United number 2.
I'll take it.
Leicester number 3.
Be honest with yourself, yeah.
Listen, I was gonna say I would have said Chelsea number 4.
Don't do it because of me. Don't do it because of me.
We don't know. We listen. I got questions about Tuchel. I got questions about Tuchel. We don't know what he's doing. All of their players as well, like they're non-performing players. Like he's gonna that game this weekend that they didn't win. It was, it was an eye opener. I thought he was gonna turn a corner. He's gonna go on a big run. It didn't happen. I'm gonna say West Ham United 4th. I'm saying it. If Kojo backs us, how can I not back us?
Yes,
I hear it.
Jay Lings is firing us to the Champions League. You heard it.
Oh my god.
You love to see it. Kale's absolutely good because he's intense. Listen. No, Spurs. What about? We need to do who's going to finish.
Oh yeah, no one said Arsenal.
We're winning the Europa League.
We need to do
You're all gonna troll us, yeah. We're gonna come like 15th in the league, and we're gonna win the Europa League, and then you're all gonna show up. That's what's gonna happen.
If that happens, that would be funny, though. That would be
He's just gonna come on like
this.
Yeah,
you have to admit.
I'm gonna do the Mourinho celebration. I'm gonna literally do the Mourinho celebration.
Do that one.
Yeah, you've been slandering Jose, so we don't want to hear it. You've been slandering Jose. So.
Yeah, but listen. If we win the Europa,
he's doing that to you.
If he wins the Europa League, he's as good as being my dad. Like, I don't care.
It's objectives done. It's objectives done.
And if Matt is dad, he's a good man. Right, okay, listen, get your top 4s, and obviously, I do apologize if I've missed any ones. Actually, I've given some quick gander. A lot of people saying Spurs are nice. That's all I've got. There's just like loads of people spamming Spurs. Right, my top 4 very straightforward. Man City win it league. To be honest, I'm surprised you both put Man United second. I'm not gonna lie. Given the fact we're on the same points as Leicester, I'm actually a bit worried about us because we're not playing well. But I'll take it, so I'll keep us in second. I actually said right at the start of the season, the first video we recorded on predictions, Lampard will get sacked and Chelsea will finish 3rd. That's exactly what I said in the prediction video right at the start of the season. So I'm gonna hold my word and say Chelsea finish 3rd, which is a bit outlandish, I know, hear me out. But I think with Leicester, if they get Madison is injured, actually, if I'm not wrong. But if Vardy gets injured, they're struggling. I know Ian Atch's done well of late, but they kind of always that one injury in particular to Vardy away from struggling for points. So I'm gonna kind of keep that in there. So I've got Chelsea 3rd. It's hard to rule out Liverpool, but I'm gonna. So I'm gonna say 4th spot. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna give it West Ham. Fuck yeah, let's go. You're not 3rd, they're 4th. I'm not letting you wrong. I apologize because I'm actually a fan of them. But fuck yeah, we gotta back the boys. We gotta back K-Leagues FC.
The thing is, though, we just have to be careful with the Liverpool thing, man, because they're as good as anyone to just go on the last 6 games and win them all. So
that's what I mean. I've got a feeling that they're only like 5 points away. Really.
But if you go by form, we are the most informed team apart from Man City.
That's not true.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
This year.
This year, 2021.
This year, oh.
We're the most informed team.
Lawless, can I just say something before you get carried away with that comment? This time last year, Arsenal fans were saying they're undefeated in 2020.
Yeah.
No, but Arsenal
What
fans-
did I bring that up for, bro?
Yeah,
I'm gonna just send it for me. This. What are you sending for me like that for?
No,
Arsenal fans
fans were saying that.
I get what you're saying, but Arsenal fans were shit before that. Like we weren't shit before that, so we were doing good.
We were top of the league in December. We're now 9th, so it doesn't like.
Yeah, so listen, your trajectory, bang. Our trajectory.
Yeah, I know,
you
but this top form when you win trophy, same as
shit.
Listen, I'm just saying that's the form with us.
No,
man.
let's just come with the spot. But I'm back to team now. I was kind of leaning to Leicester. I'm not gonna lie, but it's got to give it a bit higher for them. But listen, we're just gonna finish on predictions. My laptop was down, so I don't even know who's playing who now. But I know Chelsea got mine.
I got it for you still.
So if someone can get the fixtures on, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll start with Chelsea Man United. Anyways, Kojo, what do you reckon? What's the score prediction?
Chelsea 1, Man United 3.
Whoa! Daniel's face.
I know. I saw. No. I'll give you my actual prediction. I think it's gonna be a 1-0 game, and it's gonna be us to win it 1.
Dan James. Okay.
Fair enough. That makes
Dan who? Actually, you know what? Is he scoring even? Flipping off, for goodness sake.
Oh God.
Wait, does McTominay have COVID?
They're all injured. Pogba, McTominay, and Van der Beek.
Wait, I saw some report from some United journalists.
Yeah,
who's got a large. He said players have got COVID. Was that a lie?
No, it's
It was
coaches.
coaches.
The coaches got COVID.
Coaches.
That's why Nicky Bob was on the bench and Lee Grant was holding up the boards.
Who's that guy that scored for Palace? Mateta. Is he their new signing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is it?
I don't know what the hell that is. Right, anyways, Cole, just you gone 1-0 Manchester United. Right, Kale, what do you reckon?
2-0 United.
What? Okay, this is surprising. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, someone's got. In case you got the fixtures, I'm assuming.
I think United are the favourites for this game. You know, bookies
Really?
wise.
Why?
Bookies wise.
That does surprise me. Right, obviously, Daniel, I know Chelsea are gonna win in your eyes. But what's the score?
I think we'll win 2-0.
Fair enough.
You keeping clean sheet with Rudiger?
Yeah, I mean we've kept the most clean sheets we've had.
I think it'll be a boring draw. I think it'll be 0-0.
Well, that is really what surprised me.
That usually happens, isn't it?
Yeah. Lawless, what do you reckon?
I'm saying 2-1 Man United. 2-1 Man United.
Clean sweep.
That's
I like it.
Lingardinho. Come on.
Guys, go on, I'll
Those-
give you what. If Lawless is backing my team, I'm going to back more.
Those are the best ones. It's the same as the FA Cup semi-final. It was clean sweep United. So we'll just see what happens in it.
Well, Kish said a draw, so it's not that clean sweep. Right, no, I'm going to say 2-1 United as well. I just think it's going to be a shit game, as always. Next game,
City West Ham.
Again, if anyone's got the fixtures,
12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, City West Ham.
Okay,
Yeah,
Conjo,
City.
another early one.
Yeah, City West
That
Ham.
is 12:30.
That's the first one. Yeah. Prediction:
Yeah.
Man City 2, West Ham 3. Come on, come on. We'll speak this into existence in Jesus' name. They will win the game. Yes. Okay.
So Man City are gonna go from not conceding 1 or 2 in how long to conceding 3.
Conceding 3 in Jesus' name.
There's time for it. Like you can't go on. It's perfect forever.
Dan, you're the real fan. Don't let them convince you that this is gonna happen. Please.
I told you I love it. I absolutely love it. What do you reckon, Gail?
Two on West Ham.
What?
Everyone's on time. I blame Boris Johnson. I blame Boris.
Oh shit, Daddy, what do you reckon?
Subscribe, free midfield.
There you go.
For real. Do you know what? In all honesty, though, if West Ham do, of course, I'm saying I'm not backtracking. But if West Ham do win 1-0, like in my head, it will be like, oh yeah, cool, fair enough. My predictions are all wrong, but you won't be shocked like with the way they're playing and whatnot. But Man City are going to win this game. I'm quite confident on that, and I think they'll win. 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. I'll go with 3-1.
All right, fair enough. Kish, what do you reckon?
3-0 Man City.
One slapping.
So, back to normality, Lawless. What do you reckon?
You know what? Yeah, I'd be happy if they just did what they did to Arsenal and just hit us with one. I mean, keep our goal difference cool. But do you know what? Like, we went there. When they came to us last time, we scored first. You know, they got the equalizer and we defended really well. We managed to get the point. I could potentially see us doing that again. Like, our defense has been solid. Dawson's been good. Like, if we're on our job defensively, if Moyes goes into this with the right tactics, you know what? I'm gonna be halfway between crazy and real. I'm gonna say we get another 1-1 draw. As much as I really would love Kojo's prediction, 3-2, man. Then people are gonna believe.
Yeah, 3-2 with Jay
Noble. Lawless definitely gonna start Noble in the game. 100% Noble play.
No, but you could see Lingard against Man.
He's gonna be on it.
It is the headlines write themselves. I'm telling you.
I feel like Antonio versus Diaz is gonna be a nice battle.
Set pieces are where we can really get at them. That is, we have scored more set piece goals than anyone else in the league. We can get at them at set pieces, and we need to just take our chances with that. The Terminator Souček is going to be coming for them.
So we got 3 West Ham wins, and we got 2 Man City wins. So it's on me basically. So
I said draw.
Oh, you said draw. So apologies. Right. I can't, obviously, you know, my head saying Man City, but my heart saying Jay Ling's winning, so I'm going to go with my heart. Jay Ling's winning, 2-1 West Ham. Come on, Jay Ling, 2 for the boys.
Brian games 1-1, man. The Brian games 1-1.
It'll be too beautiful.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Okay, nice. Kojo, what's the next any decent game that we've
decent? I was going to say Leeds versus Aston Villa looks like it'll be decent. I can't lie to you.
Right,
who are Tottenham playing?
They're playing Burnley.
Burnley. They're gonna beat you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Let's do Tottenham Arsenal. Let's get the balls out of it. Right, okay, Kojo, we'll start with the Tottenham one first.
All right, let's go. I'll go Tottenham 2-1 in this one.
All right, okay, I feel like Kale's ready to unleash. Kale,
if Cahill, when Cahill backs Burnley to win the game, know there's no agenda behind it because he hates Sean Dyche.
I hate him with passion. But I feel like Sean Dyche is going to show Mourinho what Mourinho's been trying to show the world. He's going to do it. It'll be 2-2 as well. They're going to battle.
He's going to say, I started this defensive stuff.
Bro,
you just made it mainstream.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. So I put 2 buses parked. Daniel, what do you reckon?
No, Tottenham will win. They'll come back with a win. I think they'll win 2-1. 2-1, yeah.
All right, okay. Case, you said Sean Dyche is going to beat you. What are you saying?
I'm going to say 3-1 Spurs. I think he's going to start the front 3 finally. And I think he's going to cause riot.
All right, okay. And Lawrence, last but not least.
Good one.
I'm gonna say
the week after, we play Arsenal the week after.
I don't care about that game, bro. I'm looking for this.
That to be fair, that is a proper derby though, fighting for 10th. I'd love to see it.
derby.
I feel like Leeds can go and put Arsenal.
Biggest derby in the world.
Leeds can put Arsenal and Tottenham in the bottom half, if I'm not mistaken.
No way, is that true?
Yeah. So can Wolves.
Yeah, with the game in hand, them
North London is trash, man. Damn.
Yeah. Isn't that the name of one of our podcasts?
Huh?
Pardon?
That's what the name of one of our podcasts.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, North London is trash.
Mama said that rings a bell. That rings a bell, you know. Oh shit, Lawrence, what do you reckon? Do you think
1-0 Burnley. 1-0 Burnley straight.
Back in the claret and blue of Burnley.
Exactly. One claret to another.
Disclaimer: I've seen some podcasts here where there's a petition that Tottenham aren't a Big Six club because in the last 21 years they only have a League Cup and Leicester have a Premier League. I don't know what you lot think about that.
We'll leave that for another podcast, I think, because I don't think.
Kojo opened his mouth like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know that."
That's a solid point,
It's actually true. because Leicester consistently be better than them as well of late. But anyways, I'm going to say 4-0 Spurs, man. Captain Harry Kane, there's your FPL tip of the week. Light work. Bale, Kane's son, going to absolutely rip him.
There is no way that defense is keeping a clean sheet.
Would this be for fantasy points, Usmaan? Or...
I'm telling you now, Captain Kane on your FPL.
Okay.
I'm telling you now.
I know you've been captaining Salah recently. It's not been working out.
Kane is bagging a brace. 100%.
Salah's been...
Kane always bags in these games. I'm telling you, Kane is bagging a brace.
To be fair, I captained Bruno this week and he bagged for me, assist and goal.
I captained Bamford. He's a waste man.
All right, Leicester Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
Leicester.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Come on, Cahill. Come on, Cahill.
Arsenal. We're on Arsenal, Kale, this week, which is obviously probably an indictment of how poor you are at the moment. But Coach, we'll come with you first and foremost. What do you reckon?
No, I'm going Leicester 3-1 with my chest.
Wow.
My chest. I'm going Leicester 3-1.
Kale, what do you reckon?
Leicester 4-0.
No, I'm not having that from you.
Wait, Leicester
What did he say?
4-0?
Leicester 4.
Shut up, Cahill.
If that happens, yeah. Nah, if that happens, yeah.
That's not
No
happening.
way, Kale. What are you on about? There's no way that is happening. I've got Arsenal to win.
The thing is, when's that second leg against Benfica? Is it next week?
It's this Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Is it?
That's not good.
You know, you could
That
get
happened.
knocked out. You could get knocked out of that because it's.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Aren't Leicester in the Europa League as well, though?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so...
If they get right, the goal difference is going to be the same as yours. Like they're going to be on the same goal difference. Man, and if Chelsea beat you, you will have less goal difference as well. So that's going to mash up the goal
Yeah,
difference.
that's going to be peak, but I've got faith in Arteta, man.
You trust the process?
I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting it. I'm more of a fan than Kale. Danny, what do you reckon?
I'm going with my heart, man. Arsenal win. Bukayo Saka, man of the match. He's gonna do his thing. I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Yes. I like to see that. Kish, what do you reckon?
Vardy's going to
But
put.
this is an important game for us, isn't it? Because obviously, it's
Oh yeah, Vardy always scores in this game.
Yeah, Vardy's going to put Holden in a roller coaster. It's going to be. It's going to be 3-1 Leicester for me.
Wow. Lawless, what do you reckon?
I think there'll be a party.
Relax, bro.
Party 2-1 to Leicester.
Oh, that's a line and a half. That's a good like that as well. Class. 2-1 Leicester. No, I'm gonna have to say Arsenal gonna pepper Leicester. So I'm gonna say no. 2-1 Arsenal. I've got a feeling that Aubameyang finally steps up and gets an assist. Coach, any other games worth talking about?
The only other one really, which I think would be quite funny, is Sheffield United Liverpool. That's the only other one. Really.
Oh shit! I forgot about Liverpool. I completely forgot.
Because Ryan Brewster has not scored any goals yet.
Oh wow, was he not? Right, if he scores against them, bro.
That's one of those FM sessions where it's like, this player has scored their first goal in the Premier League.
There's Everton Southampton, which could be interesting on the Monday.
That's a tidy game.
That's on the Monday, isn't it? Yep, that's on the Monday, yeah.
Right, Cody, what do you reckon for Sheffield United?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going 1-1. I really do feel like Ryan Brewster is actually going to score his first goal for the club. I really feel it.
Okay, speaking to existence. I like it. Kel, what do you think?
2-0 Liverpool.
Okay, that's very realistic. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Literally the same. 2-0 Liverpool.
All right, 2-0 to the Liverpool. Kish?
Yeah, same 2-0 Liverpool.
Fucking unoriginal prick.
All right.
Kish is not what do you think?
I got nothing else to say but 3-0 Liverpool. Really, I think they're going to get hyped after this game, and Liverpool are back. They've just beaten bottom of the league, Sheffield United. Everyone, they're back. Like That's what the narrative.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go 2-0 Sheffield United. No,
2-0 Sheffield United.
Now I'll go 2-0 Liverpool as well. I think that's realistic. Anyways,
wait, you just cussed him for being unoriginal.
Exactly.
I'm messing about. I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking 2-1. I think my goal will score. I think Mane and Salah will score for Liverpool.
Final question. Just a quick question. Out of Fulham and Newcastle, who's going to stay up?
I've got Fulham.
It's looking Fulham. The momentum is with Fulham.
Just because I love Josh Madger, man. That's my guy. That's my guy, man.
It does look like Fulham, but I hope Newcastle's. I want Brighton to get relegated. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen, though, sadly. There's just that.
Get Fulham the hell out of here, man. I don't want to see him here. Get him out.
Nah, get Newcastle down, man.
That being said, though, Steve Bruce also.
Exactly. Get him out, man.
Actually,
no ambition.
Yeah, but then if Fulham go, then
Steve Bruce is your legend. What are you talking about?
Like,
yeah, man. Yeah,
he's your legend. What are you talking about?
For header?
Steve Bruce to replace Ollie.
Come on.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce.
Daniel. Where how do I do this? Stop it.
Nah, he's a legend, man. He's a legend.
Yeah, he scored a nice header one time.
You're joking.
Kojo, don't let the United ultras hear that.
Don't kill me.
I'm clipping this right now. He's disrespecting one of our legends.
I know he's a legend, man, but you know.
Look at
No, as a manager, he stinks. He stinks as a manager. So I'm saying in my chest, he stinks as a manager, and then get him the hell out of here. I don't care about no legendary status, bro.
As a manager, he's got some. You know, the managers that just have pool power. They can get any lower league job. I mean, any low level Premier League job they want because of a CV.
That's it.
After when you said pool power, I'm thinking about him pulling players then for a second.
Oh no!
I was like what is Bruce saying to Messi to get him at Newcastle? You know,
he's just pulling them kebabs, isn't it?
Oh shit! How dare you disrespect him? But yeah, Kojo, what's the one? What would you say? Everton, Southampton.
Is that the Monday game? Yeah.
That big game, that.
That'll be decent.
I'll go Everton 2-1.
2-1. All right, Kale, what do you reckon?
2-2.
2-2. Right, Daniel, what are you saying?
1-1.
Okay, couple of draws. Cage?
2-2.
Oh, okay. Lawless, what do you reckon?
You about to come out a little prick again, isn't it?
Nah. One of them games I can just see Everton losing, so I'm gonna say 2-1 shirt Southampton.
True.
I could just see it. That's what they do.
It's small spot 3-3. You know what? It does seem like a draw, you know.
I just feel like they're on this high. They've just beaten Liverpool. You could just see it. Finally,
Dan, I hear you. Everton always lose the randomest of games. Like, you never expect it. Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with Dan. Actually, I'm gonna say 2-1 to Southampton as well. Actually, I think Danny Ings is finally gonna find his shooting boots and obviously gonna clutch the thing. But listen, we're gonna finish it there because I think every other game is probably irrelevant to us. And I don't know. I've got the pictures. Anyways, just want to say a massive thank you as always to our guests. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the start of the show, we're 30 subscribers away from 1K, so obviously subscribe to the channel. As always, we're gonna allow the homies to give themselves a shout out. So starting with yourself, Kojo, where can the people find you?
Right here on Free Midfield on Twitter, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Free Midfield Podcast on YouTube. Come check us out.
Yes. KL, same question, brother.
Everything Coach just said.
Okay, fantastic. Brilliant. Daniel, where can they find you?
As seen on screen, all my football content as on the Ball TV, man.
Got my hand the ball.
I
love that tune, though.
Kish, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah, any depressing Spurs tweets on the
Yeah, it could always be worse, but you could be 10. Lawless, where can they find you?
Give it a couple of days.
Yeah,
Twitter down below, West Ham Fan TV ever. In fact, go check out the watch along for the Spurs game on YouTube. Someone's put the timestamps in the comments.
Yeah,
so go and see the celebration.
Don't ruin it for it. I need to know.
It was
also. Let me mention that you can also find myself, Usmaan, and Lawless in the top 4.
Yeah. That is class, Kojo. That was absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely
And on
welcome.
that note, I'm just gonna wrap it. I was gonna say everyone's links is down below, but forget it, I can't.
You know what? You might as well swap with me with Cahill, and that could be in the top.
Oh man.
In order. This is in order.
Literally in order.
Oh, you know what? This is what we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna bring the table on. That's a good shout. I like that. So Kitchen Kill, if you want to, you need to get
All I'm saying is,
Cracking his
we
neck
win,
there, man.
we
He's
win the
breaking his neck.
Europa League, you're all finished. Like, you're all joking. That's it. That's it.
Boy, I heard that from Spurs fans when they was winning the league back in November.
Yeah, but listen, if you can say West Ham are coming top 4, then that's literally the same logic as Spurs winning the Europa League.
No, because this winning the Europa League. Okay, all right. I thought you were saying winning the league back in November.
No.
I said 13 games to go, man. 13 games to go.
Yeah,
he's counting them down. But yeah, like I said, everyone's links to their YouTube channel is always in the description. So make sure you hit the link, go subscribe to the people's channel. As Lola said, go and check out the timestamps on that watch. I'm actually going to go and do that as well. I need to see the J-League celebration. The band is back together. It's been your boy, Usmaan. You'll have to see it. We're back on Wednesday. Peace.